Good morning. Happy Sunday. This chair is not, at least it was only $6. I'm not really digging the lighting right now. My struggle. And you guys, I'm swollen and bloated, so don't judge me. Don't come for me. My face is all swollen and bloated. My hands are swollen and bloated. So it's just what I deal with. But you see by the title, it's going to be a good one. I think. I think it's a good title because it's what I've been dealing with for the week, right? So I just wanted to share. And I have some updates too. I gotta get a tripod. Like, I gotta do better with my life. So I'm going to, I have some things that I'm planning. Oh, Lord, help me with this. Hold up. I hope I don't give anybody motion sickness, but I am struggling with this camera this morning. With this phone, it's not even a camera. YouTube was so much better when I just had my camera, would sit it up in my bathroom, and it was perfect. But that was then. So, I do want to share a little success story on how I, through the week, avoided, and I titled it negative because if it goes against your plan and your goals, then it's negative. It's not that the intentions from the person or persons or whoever was negative, but if it doesn't align with my goals, I'm trying to get out of that shadow, with my goals and with my plans, then it's a negative influence, right? And people give unsolicited information, unsolicited advice all the time, all the time. I don't get offended or upset by it, but I do have to stick to my guns, and I don't want to come off as a bitch or come off any type of bad way about it. But you guys, I spent the majority of my life going in places and doing things and making moves based on other people's suggestions and their views of my talents, of what I should do. And now here I am, 40 something years old, just now getting to my true purpose of what I wanted to do since I was 14 years old, and even taking the leap 14 years ago, but still allowing myself to be negatively influenced by other people's opinions and suggestions and different things like that. And so now how I avoid that is simply by sticking to my plan. I write my plan down now, um, and I have to get stronger with it because I don't do it every day, but I keep my plans in my head every day. And at least 3 or 4 times a week, I do actually go over my written plans, and I'll check off whatever I did, add to them as necessary, as I complete things, and then I'll add the next steps. So, where this is all coming from, I met another one of my lovely YouTube subscribers, which is amazing. I think it's so dope when someone just recognized me and either called me by Creative Nomad or Hotel Honda. I think that is dope. You guys are amazing, and their energies are so um, genuine, and a lot of them are in places that I'm just getting out of. And the mindset, I mean, right? So, one of them suggested to me, I actually wore my sweater to work the other day. Oh my God, felt like the sexiest Wonder Woman. I absolutely love it. I love that I added the button. I love that I added the puffy sleeves and the hood. So anyway, we'll discuss that later. So I wore my sweater to work, and she stopped me and she said something. So she says, so you should teach people how to crochet, and then they could, continue forward. And I was like, no, that's not where I'm going. And she said it again, well, if you taught, then you wouldn't. I was like, yeah, that's not where I'm going, though. I do have my business plan, my outline, my goals. I said, but that's not where I'm going. Here it is. Now, a couple years ago, even as recently as I'll probably say a few months ago, I would have thought that was a great idea. Here's why I know for a fact it is not a great idea at this point, and it's not a great idea for me, because this stage that I am right now, I know exactly where I want to take my business, my brand. So I'm not in a position to teach. I have to get things going. So there are plenty of people out there who already know how to crochet, who already know how to follow and read a pattern. Those are the ones I need to add to my team. Not to teach someone. That will slow me down. That will drag me. That is a part of why I am where I am right now, which is at the beginning. Because in every state, in every phase of my life and my starting a business, I felt like I wanted to teach. I want to bring, no, I'm not there right now. I learned it best when I was actively weightlifting. There got to be a point where I now needed a trainer that was on the level that I was trying to get to. So I had so many people, oh, work out with me, oh, blah, 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 train me. No, you're going to slow me down. I'm a beast already. So I need somebody that's beyond where I am to get me past this point. So you see, if I, right now, where I haven't even gotten my brand off the ground, if I start trying to teach people how to crochet so that they can, work up my patterns, I'll never get anywhere. I will never get anywhere. So, although it was a well-intended suggestion, the mindset of the person that suggestion came from is where I just came from. I'm not trying to go back there. So that is an influence and advice that it would do me a disservice to take, right? Because, yeah, I just explained it. So it won't benefit me to take on anybody. Just like it wouldn't have benefited me as a weightlifter to take on a bunch of people that are still eating unhealthy, still refuse to, wake up early to work out, refuse to eat as much as they need to eat. Now that's going to slow me down. Now I'm not going to have the success as a weightlifter that I'm having, that I had. And as a licensed cosmetologist, I took on that. I wanted to get an assistant, but I wanted a beauty school student. I wanted to bring somebody on, teach them my way of how, I, hey, Miss Ava, welcome to my live. Thank you. And that's exactly it. You have to, when you know what your goal is and you know what you're striving for, you have to be able to stick to that. And you have to realize that only you can make that happen. Only you can make that happen. So when I took on, I brought a couple of assistants, and they're students, and I thought that would be a great idea. They're students, but they weren't passionate like I was passionate. So it wasn't a benefit. Like, it wasn't a good idea. I would have been better off getting someone who was already graduated and who is already taking their career seriously. That's who I should have went for instead of going for the absolute beginning. Thank you, Ava. I now, with the mindset, I see now that You know, we see a lot of successful people, and in some cases, we go to school with them, we live in neighborhoods with them, and we wonder what it is that they had that we didn't have that made them get, out of where they are to where they are now successful. They are now living their dream. What did they have? And I could never figure it out until just this past Lionsgate. August 1st is when I had a total mindset shift, a total awakening. And what they have is everything matched. Their mindset matches um, their goals, their passion. Like for example, I've always known that I was dope. I've always I've always felt that I was dope. I've always known that I'm very talented. Um, Everything that I do it effortlessly, and I've always known that there's nothing that I cannot do. Because I've always had so many influences, I've allowed those influences to create insecurities and yeah, insecurities within myself to whereas it didn't match, right? Although I knew I was dope and I know that I'm talented and gifted and skilled, my security didn't match because I had so many influences saying do this, do that, and I allowed those influences to take on a life of their own within me, right? So now that not only do I know I'm dope, I believe it, and I believe that what I've aspired to do and be since I was 14 is something that is needed. That's why it was given to me, right? It's something that people can use. Even to see someone who hasn't had a squeaky clean life or an easy road, but to see someone be able to stay positive, stay uplifted, constantly strive, constantly motivate others, constantly encourage others while keeping themselves going, you know, even to be a person that during the times when I'm down, when I feel like giving up, throughout my life when I felt like, fuck it, I'm not even gonna try today. When I'm having those days, I still am the most uplifting and motivating and encouraging person for others. And they've not even known that I've been struggling myself. Now I believe that this is what my purpose is. Hey Jamaican girl, how you doing? And now it's beyond my talents, it's beyond my gifts, my, being a designer, wanting us to start a clothing brand. It's more than that. I feel like my purpose is what's been coming at me since I was a young teenager, and that is to share my wisdom with people, my uh, to share my knowledge with people. Being a Libra, being able to communicate with people and get and relate to people on all levels in all areas of life, that is now what I know my purpose is. Um, to be that, what's the word I'm looking for? Like that mitigator, that bridge between the unknown, the unseen, and the known, the tangible, right? Because we all need, just like for me, it just took that one word, took someone finally saying that one word in the way during the time frame, when everything was aligned the way it was aligned in order for me to get it. So now I'm living in that. One thing that I've always been is discipline. Now I can be very undisciplined. Of course, I'm human. We all can. But I am very disciplined. That's what I am. That's who I am. So for me, now figuring out the key to, this shadow. I wish I could figure out the key to this lighting. Get better lighting. That's all it is. So I figured out the key. I hope you guys have your coffee or your tea because I got mine. And no, I didn't buy this. I bought the cup, but um, I made this in the kitchen. And it's good. So, I'm a huge coffee drinker. But a part of avoiding negative influences is knowing your plan, knowing your purpose, writing down your plan and sticking to it. That's just it, sticking to it. I get people. Here's another thing. With knowing my brand, I'm around most people who are not my customer. However, they like my work, right? But I know already that these are not my customers. I know that. This is not the market that I am creating for, that I am designing for. So I'm not going to get caught up in the compliments, at work or while I'm traveling, because I know that the people immediately connected to me are not my customer. So here's where my focus is now. Now, excuse me. My goal, my job is to get around my customers, right? I need to go to where my customers are. I need to hang out where my customers hang out. I need to um, shop, right, where my customers shop. Even if I'm not actually shopping, I need to be there. That's where I need my clothing to be seen, right? While I'm being my own billboard, I need to go to where they are and not get caught up on, all the compliments that are coming from the people that I'm around. Because when I tell them my price point, for them it's going to be expensive. But for what I bring, for my brand, the quality of my work, the fibers that I use, I'm not going to lower my price point, which completely changes my brand. From my logo to everything, I'm creating a certain um, a certain look and customer base, right, for my brand, and I already know what that is. So I have to stick to my guns. You have to stick to what it is that what you're doing, where you're going, you know. Um, Stick to your roadmap and don't be so easily persuaded away from that. One thing that I really like as I'm listening to Think and Grow Rich, when he mentions that successful people rarely changes their mind. They make decisions quickly and they change them slowly, if ever. And he says that unsuccessful people changes their mind quickly, very quickly. They don't, stick to anything. And as I was listening to that, I'm thinking, yes, I've always, and I said that a couple of months ago, when the wind would blow, it would blow me right off my plan, right on to wherever the wind was blowing. I've not been successful to the level of how I've planned to be because I've always changed my mind very quickly. I've always changed my plan very quickly. Whereas now, even though I'm still in the beginning stages, I've not when I make a plan, I stick to it. I stick to it. And everything starts from a day one. So don't feel like just because you're at the beginning, and don't let even outside influences um, take you there. Just because you're at the beginning, everything started from a day one. Nothing began at day 100. So you're at the beginning, right? The beginning is what matters. Because if you're able to stick with it, stick beyond the beginning, that is when I know I will have success, because I already see the small things that I transmute come into a tangible reality. So why would I stop now? Why would I be influenced now when I see that, okay, sticking to my plan has worked? this last month. Writing my goals has worked this last month. Giving myself out loud verbal positive affirmations have worked this last month. Okay, let's see if it works a second month. Let's see if it works a third month. Now let me add more to my goals. Let me make my goals bigger. As I check off 1, 2, 3 goals, let me add more, because I have to keep going forward. So it's not that, oh, this worked by the end of August, oh, I made it, oh, let's just chill now. No, it isn't. It's every single day. The first thing I do when I wake up, I say thank you out loud. Thank you. Thank you for replenishing my body. Thank you for refreshing my mind. Thank you for the rest that I was given. Before I raise up, as soon as I wake up, I say thank you. Before I go to bed, I put it into my subconscious what I need to happen during the night while I'm sleeping, as far as, yes, replenishing my body, restoring my cells, restoring my mind, giving me ideas for whatever. I'll lay it out, what I'm doing. Give me creative ideas for this thing. Bring to me ideas for, I have things planned that I'm planning for my YouTube channel. So these are just two examples of what I do every morning and every night. And up, besides going to sleep super high and waking up, still kind of buzzed, I wake up, I feel refreshed, and I feel like everything that I put into my subconscious mind to happen, it has happened. I feel restored. I feel refreshed. I have ideas. I get to my pen and pad, and why would I stop that? Because it's working. It was the same with weightlifting. You see the results come. You take the pictures every day. Although you don't want to do it the next day, you do it because you know the results are real. I don't want to constantly have to write down, a plan, a goal. But I know that if I don't, I'm going to end up 5 years from now right back here. That's not where I want to be in 5 years. I want to be where I plan to be in 5 years. In 5 years. I want to crush these goals every day. So I have to stick to it. It has to become as much of a lifestyle. And I said the same thing about weightlifting. It has to become as much of a lifestyle as bathing and brushing my teeth. Those are non-negotiables. Non-negotiables. It's not like, oh, I'll brush my teeth tomorrow. I don't have to do it today. And then tomorrow comes and you push it off again. I'll just brush my teeth the next day. Okay, 2 days without brushing my teeth, it's fine. No, you don't. I don't. Maybe you do, but I don't. And I'm pretty sure that you don't either. So it setting my goals and working my plan, for me, I have to view it that way. Otherwise, I'll get too lax. I'll get real lackadaisical, like, okay, I don't need to. No, that's the damn lie. I need to do it every single day. I have it written on my plan that I'm going to crochet a granny square. It's not that I want to crochet a fucking granny square, but crocheting different granny squares a day, it's giving me different techniques, right? And it's also helping me get to where I can freehand. Now, as I create my designs, because I sketch out my designs, and I can easily make them, I can sew them, I can get some fabric and sew the designs that I'm sketching. But the crochet designs that I'm sketching, they're for crochet, right? They're not for fabric. So, as I crochet these granny squares, and as I learn a new crochet, which also is on my plan, these are helping me to be more creative when I sketch my designs. So now instead of making this two-piece outfit with just single crochet or double crochet or half double crochet, I can do it with a stitch, a star stitch or a puffy stitch, or do you know what I mean? So it's not that I want to create a granny square, or I want to just sit here and learn a new stitch, or just do something mundane, write down my schedule for the week. But I have to in order to be successful. And it's like my GPS, right? It helps me to know where I'm going throughout the week. So this is Sunday. This is the first day of the week, right? So today I will start planning my week. What I'm going to do today, I already have that plan. So now I'm going to write down tomorrow, Tuesday, Wednesday. It's not to say, I hear people say they don't make plans. And I feel like tomorrow doesn't exist. As far as the reality of time, the only time is right now. It doesn't mean we don't have memories of yesterday to reflect over what we did yesterday, what was successful, what was not successful, and to really focus on what was not successful, because in that is where my growth is. What can I do differently? What did not go right? And what part did I play that I can do differently for next time, right? Although tomorrow in actuality does not exist, if the universe blesses me to see tomorrow, I need to know what I need to do tomorrow to get to my ultimate goal in 5 years. Although it doesn't exist, it doesn't mean that I just live my life not planning for success, right? Not creating a roadmap to success. And realizing that no one's going to make this shit happen but me, but you. That's it. Nobody's going to come wake me up, Shalonda, you have this goal. Did you do this today? I may be able to get an accountability partner, maybe, but that accountability partner is holding this cell phone right now. That accountability partner is looking at herself in this phone right now. That is my accountability partner, as well as it's yours. Now, you may have a spouse, you may have an external accountability source, you may have an external support system. One thing that I had to accept and realize is that we are that for ourselves. We have to be that for ourselves. Nobody's going to make this shit happen for us. We can't delegate out the most vital things. We have to just delegate out the things that the things that aren't going to make or break, your ultimate plan, especially at the beginning. While I'm building, this is the most vital time for me to have the most discipline, the most staying power, the most focus. And this is the time when I need to say no the strongest and be okay with it. And understand that saying no doesn't make me a bad person. It makes me focused. Okay, so you guys may not know this, but I like watching the GGN network in the evening. Typically, when I'm crocheting, I go back and forth between watching Snoop's crazy ass and watching crochet videos, because it's something that I can have on. It's background noise. It's entertaining, and it also keeps my mind creative. Here's why I love Snoop Dogg. Besides the fact that I've been down with Snoop since '93 when he came out. But what I love is, for one, I love that he did it his way. He never changed, and he stuck to his plan. He stuck to his guns. But here's actually where I'm going. So he had Young and May on the show, and her episode was, I don't know, 2 or 3 years ago. So he had her on the show, and they came to her about doing a movie. No, they wanted her to guest star or be in Power. I don't watch Power. I've never watched Power. So she was saying she turned it down. Cut to the chase, she turned it down. Snoop asked why she turned it down. And she said because she was just getting into the rap game and this was her passion to be an MC. Had she taken that role, she said she felt like they wouldn't have taken her seriously as an MC because she was just now getting into it. So, although it was an honor, she likes the show, she watches it. She felt like she had to turn it down at that time. She just felt like it wasn't right for her. And I felt her when she said that. And she said in her gut, something just said it wasn't right. It wasn't right for her. And although she had all these influences from her manager, from everybody saying, do it, do it, do it, she stuck to her guns. She knew that it wasn't right for her. She knew that she needed to get established first as an MC before taking on other roles as an actor, as this, that, and the third. That is exactly what I'm saying. That's exactly what I'm saying to myself. That's what I tell myself when I, politely turn away someone's suggestion um, about anything. Not just that, but about it. I get suggestions about how I should market my brand, who I should market to all the time. But only I know exactly what my brand is, what my brand represents. And this is my job to convey that to others, right? I have to convey what my brand is. But first I have to know it. I have to know what my brand is. I have to know who my target audience is. In order for me to know where I'm going, I have to know where I'm going. That sounds crazy, right? But if I know that for my brand, if I know that ultimately I would like to have my clothes sold in high-end boutiques, right? I would like to have my clothing line sold in Bloomingdale's. Then I have to start that framework now. I can't build a Bloomingdale garment on the foundation that's only fit for, um, you know, what am I trying to say? I can't put a foundation built for a 2,500 square foot house on, I can't put a 5,000 square foot house on that, right? If I know that I'm trying to have my stuff on this level, I can't start my foundation down here. I have to start it on a level that will support getting me to a higher level. Does that make sense? I may not be wording it properly, but to me it makes sense. So, in order to be successful, I have to maintain a certain level. Hey, Mike, how's it going? I was reading your message. I don't remember, but your face looks familiar. So I recognize your face. Happy Sunday. Thanks for tuning in. So I want to share with you guys my plans for my YouTube channel. So I want to start broadcasting live every day. I want to build a community for myself and for other like-minded individuals, especially women. And I won't even say women of color. I'll say women, period, because we sacrifice a lot. But we also, in 2019, 2020, we're also expanding. We're becoming entrepreneurs. Not even mamapreneurs, straight entrepreneurs. You know what I mean? Take that mom off of it. There are mothers out here, straight brick and mortar business owners, online social media moguls, and moms as well. But there's a lot of sacrificing and struggling that we go through. And so it helps to have a community. It helps to see other faces and read other people's words that are in the same type of process in life, right? That have the same sort of goals, that have the same mindset shifts, and trying to get to where they want to be. And maybe now they're just at the point of believing in themselves or believing that they deserve what they want, believing that they're more than just a mom. I'm more than just someone's wife. I'm me. I'm Shalonda Elise. I have to live with myself. I have to go to bed with myself. Damn the kids, damn the husband. I'm not saying it like they don't matter, but what I'm saying is if we don't take care of ourselves, if we don't find other outlets, other other people, other women, other small self starters, small businesses, small business owners that we can attach ourselves to, you know, life is real short. Hey, Rhonda, thank you. What I really am starting to love about YouTube is that it is becoming a community. And I love seeing different people, like Snoop, for example, the GGN network. You know, I like that he created a lane for himself on YouTube television. Like, this is television now. There are people who no longer own television sets. There are people who are not paying for cable. They're streaming. It's 2019. This is the age of technology. This is television. So now anyone can have a TV show. Anyone can have a reality TV show. Anyone can have an inspirational show. Anyone can build a community for themselves and for others. So that is where I'm at. And it's for multiple purposes. For myself, the purpose is to help me get back on my disciplined um, schedule, right? Because I want to stream live 7 days a week. It will be a morning show. I'm on Arizona time frame, so I'm one of the last time frames. So I'm thinking of doing Monday through Friday, 5 a.m. my time, which would be 7 a.m. Central Standard Time, 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then when the time switches for you guys, it'll switch, but it'll still be 5 a.m. my time. And then on Saturday and Sunday, I would do a 7 a.m. show. So I've already outlined the um, the topics 7 days a week and different things. I want it to be very interactive, so I want to have it to where if you want to, like for example, Sunday, my Sunday segment will be for success stories. So I will share my success story for the week, throughout the week we just ended. And then I would like to have you guys email in your success stories, and I'll read two of those on Sundays. As well as, what else did I have it for Sunday? So I'll open the segment with the success stories, and then I'll end it with our weekly plan. So Sunday being the first day of the week, I'm talking about the first day of the actual week, not the first day of the work week. But Sunday is the first day of the actual 7 day week. So Sunday we'll do our weekly plan. So you'll email and I'll have email deadline dates. So you'll email me what your weekly plan is if you want me and our community to be your accountability partners. This is my idea behind that. You'll email me what your weekly goal is and where you really need the accountability assistance. So if on your weekly plan you have you have on there um, to wake up at a certain time, or maybe for the week you have a deadline to get something done by Wednesday, um, whatever it is, and you want me to read, like you want your weekly plan to be read, and you also want to be held accountable. You want us to be your accountability partners. So send an email for that. In the subject line, I'll put the information of what to put. And this is how it'll be interactive. So that'll be Sunday, the weekly plan and the success story for the week. So my success story today would be something like having that suggestion given to me and politely taking it and sticking to my plan. Or it would be something like starting a crochet project and finishing it the week that I plan to finish it. So that would be a success story. Whatever it is, I don't want to diminish anything, no matter how big or small it may be, to you, not to me or to others, to you. Share it. So I have a few days that will be interactive. Sunday will be an interactive day. I think Saturday, I think Wednesday. I have it all written down, so I have to look at it. But that is something I want to implement on my channel by um, October. I want to have it started by October. So I'm going to create my logo for that, my Creative Nomad logo, and I have an idea for that. So yeah, I want to do a 7-day-a-week segment because I know I'm not the only one. I know you guys are not the only few. And I just want to really establish my channel and myself as the Creative Nomad, which I'm really, as I'm thinking about that name, when I created it, I don't know, it just came to me. But as I think about that name, I'm loving it more and more and more, and I'm grateful to the universe for giving it to me because I don't know where I came up with Creative Nomad. Just besides the fact that that is who I am. I am a creative nomad. I love it. Like building something around that name, it's so fitting for me. And it doesn't pigeonhole me. It doesn't put me into a certain spot because I'm not, right? Like I'm some of everything, as you guys have seen. So there are a lot of other like-minded individuals, especially women, that are some of everything. Shaka Khan said it best. Every woman, we are every woman. Most of us are every woman. And it's so difficult to just find one niche because we don't just fit into one niche. It's like, and I will, let me stop, let me pause there. Going back to why I want to do this with my channel and for all women, but women of color, here's one thing that I see that we lack that non-women of color don't. And I think we need to take on more of that. But we fall short on turning our passions into profits. We fall short on um, turning the shit that we're good at into our business, our company, you know, because we are every woman. Whereas our European sisters, they will turn scrapbooking into a whole fucking business. What's wrong with that? And why aren't we doing it? They will turn um, they will turn anything, baking cookies, for their kids into a business. Or their kids will be like, Mom, these are some bomb ass cookies. Why aren't we on the shelves? And we don't have that mindset. Women of color don't have that mindset as much. And we need to. We need to learn. I think that's one thing that we can take from our European sisters because they take that shit and they run with it. And it's the mindset. We have to have that natural born entitlement mindset, because this life, this universe wants to give it to us. But we have to want it. And we have to believe that we deserve it and want it. So I believe, I recognize now, I just told my mentor this when I told him my plan for my YouTube. I said, I realize that I have a voice and I have a presence. And instead of all these decades that I've just been using my voice and my presence to piss people off, and it gives me chills when people come to me that are actually enlightened and are not pissed off. People that are actually like, man, you you just encouraged me more than you even recognized. Or, the people that come to me throughout my life that have always come to me feeling like I was sent to them for a divine purpose, those are the ones that now are the reason that I recognize my purpose now. Beyond being a designer, beyond my purpose now is to use my voice and my presence to positively motivate people. It's not about anything monetary. It's about the fact that our human lives are all connected. I never would have imagined that, for one, I would have a YouTube channel, and that it would be the Creative Nomad, and that I would meet people in real life, that we stand here getting chills from one another just because we're in one another's presence. I never would have imagined. So I need to use that. I need to utilize that. And this is something that has been 4 decades of my life. So I'm not going to keep wasting it. So I'm excited. I'm more excited about that than my clothing brand, because that is something that people won't feel that until they're in it, until they feel my cuts, they feel the fabrics, and different things like that. But I can reach people like right here, sitting in Arizona, drinking my coffee, just sharing my wisdom, sharing my lessons, what I've learned, my growth. I'm reaching people all over the world. That is my purpose. So I'm going to vibrate on that frequency, and my channel needs to represent that. So I'm excited to implement that, along with everything else, along with creating my clothing brand, sewing, crocheting. Um, but it's super, super dope. Every day will be something different. I love that it's going to be interactive. So, and I'm going to create a Creative Nomad email. So that'll just make it easier. And as I develop it more and more, I will be sharing more information, because I want you guys to tune in. I don't want you to miss out. It'll be a great way to start our mornings. And for me personally, I will wake up. I'm going to get back on my lifting. So I'm going to wake up. I'm going to work out in the mornings, shower, get dressed, or at least half-fast dressed. And then I'll start my morning show with you guys at 5 a.m. I'll have my coffee, and we'll be ready to go. And it'll be anywhere between 60 to 90 minutes. Most segments will be about 60 minutes or so. And yeah, that's what that's what I'm working on. So we want to we want to enter 2020 vibrating on the highest frequency that we're capable of, for the mindset that we have, right? As we're shifting our mindset, we want to be able to vibrate on higher and higher frequencies. So my goals, my plans are to enter 2020 vibrating as high as I can at the level that I will be at. So solidifying my goals each step of the way. First things first, I'm preparing myself for this Redbox Tech 9 / my 45th birthday celebration. That's going to be super dope. So, um, I'm going to, right now, before I end, show you guys what I'm working on. And then I'm going to finish it. Oh, and let me just say this. I'm going to switch seating a little bit. So I showed you guys my last video, my PSA, when I came on about crocheting sober. So I figured out a couple of things. One, I'm actually going to use that yarn for something different. So I paused that project and I'm redoing it in different yarn that I love a lot more. And this is closer to the actual inspiration. Alright, so here it is. Aren't these colors just beautiful? So this is the waistband. And this is the top. So I'm doing stripes. So these are my colors. Uh-oh. And this beautiful blue. It's like a seafoam. It's like a turquoise. I don't know what it's like, but it's beautiful. So now I'm doing the same top that I was doing, but I'm doing it in this now. So the waistband is going to be red. The cuffs on the wrist are going to be red. And the collar is going to be red. So I love this much better. And this yarn is, this is a thicker yarn than the other one that I was using. Speaking of yarn, let me show you guys the yarn that I just got. Then I'll be done. Okay? Then I'm going to end it. And this is going to be a long sleeve pullover. This is also, let me flip the camera. There you go, that's better. So this is also cotton blend. This one is 100% cotton, and these two are cotton blends. They are both cotton and polyester. Yeah. The red and this ivory color is cotton and polyester. This is 100% cotton. And I bought some, along with that, I also got some new yarn yesterday. This is cotton and acrylic. The color isn't showing up very nicely, but it's a beautiful lilac color. I was on clearance. And look at this. This is wool, 100% wool. I cannot wait to use this. And it's not, okay, here it is. So this is a worsted, sorry you guys. So you can see how thick the yarn is. This is a weight 4. This is a weight 4. 100% wool. So I got these from Michaels, and they only had these 2 skeins. So it's not enough to make a thing, but what I'm going to do is use it to make half a thing. So like it could be one side of a top, or I could mix it in or something like that, but this isn't enough yarn to make a full top. And then these are 100% cotton, and I just love this blue. Oh, and that's some yarn from somewhere else. But I love this blue. And these were the last 3 skeins. The last 3 little balls. So I got these from Walmart. And these I got from Michael's. These here. I really love this. I love it. So I'll probably do maybe the back side of my shirts or something like that. And these I got yesterday too. I started this yesterday. So these I got from Walmart. Yeah, I got these from Walmart. So this is the front of my top. And I think I'm going to do the back. I don't know. I love the stripes. I really love the stripes. But I think I may do the back all solid. Just that color. Or I may do it just this color with one stripe of red going through, like maybe the top, like on the back at the, not the center, but like just under the shoulder blades. I may do that. I'm not sure. And then I may just keep it all like this, you know. But I'll show you guys when it's done. I said I was going to polish my nails today because I really hate seeing my nails bare, but I really just want to crochet. It's really all I want to do, because if I polish my nails, that'll be like 2 hours that I can't do anything, and that kills me. So what do you guys think? Let me know what you think of these colors. I'm going to stripe it. So right now I'm on this row, and I'm going to do 5 rows of this. So it'll be like this. So I'm going to start the pattern over. It'll be 5 rows, and then I'll do 2 rows of the blue on the other side of that. You know, I'm going to repeat this pattern here. And then I'll get to the neckline and the sleeves. So here's my idea. If I do the solid back in this turquoise color, I would do the sleeves, and they're going to be puffy sleeves. So the sleeves would be all solid turquoise. And then at the end, like maybe from here on down to the rest of the wrist, I would do the stripes. Or I would just do the whole thing like this, front, back, and the sleeves. Or, yeah, I don't know. I want to do something. I want to make it look designed, though, you know. I want to make it look designed. So I'll figure that out. I just wanted to share that with you guys. I love, love, love these colors. So I'm excited to wear it. Anyway, I will chat with you guys later. Thank you so much for tuning in. And like I said, I will keep you guys posted on when I start the show and everything else. I'll give you guys the email address because, like I said, it is interactive. I do want you guys to feel like it is as much for you as it is for myself, because it is. Disregard all my mess back there. You know, this show is raw and unedited, honey. Yes, we don't do that. So anyway, we probably should, but I'm that kid that does her own thing. I can't stand. I'm subscribed to so many YouTubers channels that all look the same. They all have the same vocal flow. They all do the same thing, and I'm just like, why, man? This is our. Anyway, I don't want to get off on that. I'm just that kid that does her own thing. And I'm glad you guys like tuning in to see this kid do her own thing. I'm glad you guys are a part of my community. And I'm glad you're welcoming me to be a part of yours. So I appreciate you guys. Have a fantastic Sunday. And for any of those that I do turn off because I am a stoner and I do curse a lot, if you guys have noticed, I've been cursing a lot less. Not for you, just because, it just hasn't come. I haven't deliberately not been cursing. It's just, I don't know, I've just been being me. And I haven't been talking about, see, here's another difference in the mindset shift. You know, I'm not talking about nonsense or bullshit or shit that's pissing me off. You know what I mean? So I curse less when I'm creating, when I'm talking about creative, uplifting, motivating things. That's what I just noticed. I just noticed that. When I was house sitting for Robert, I cursed a lot trying to find a fucking plastic bowl. You guys saw that episode. Like, that was a fucking mess. When I crochet, I don't need to curse. When I talk about sticking to my plan, I don't need to curse. When I talk about happy Sunday, get your coffee, now I'm about to roll up and wake and bake, I don't need to curse. So, anyway, I'm just being silly. So I'm going to finish my laundry today. I'm going to definitely finish this front panel of this top. Start on the back panel. I'm not going to mention my nails because I'm not going to set myself up for failure. Although I hate seeing my nails bare, especially when they're short. I hate fucking polishing them. I hate taking the time to do it. I'm not going to lie. I will be so happy, so happy when I'm able to have a nail tech. I will be elated to sit in their chair however often I need to. But doing this shit myself, it's depressing, because I can't see. Even with my glasses on, I can't see, and it's a mess. And then and then as soon as I get them done, everything, my ass itch, I'm hungry as a motherfucker. Every part of my scalp itch. I gotta use the bathroom. Like, all this shit start happening at once. As soon as I polish my nails, I don't have time for that. Whereas when you go get them done, none of that happens. When they start polishing your nails, your ass don't itch, you're not hungry, your head's not itching, your ears aren't itching. You know what I mean? You don't have to use the bathroom because someone else is doing it. As soon as I do it, I need to use my hands. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, do I piss on myself or fuck up my nails? Well, doesn't take a rocket scientist to know that I'm probably just going to throw a clear coat on these bad boys and call it a day. And then just make sure I wear socks and shoes all week. My toenails aren't bad, but yeah, it's time to redo them. So anyway, I'm not going to go off rambling on that. I'm going to let you guys go now. Happy Sunday. Again, I will keep you guys updated on the Creative Nomad show. And I hope you guys have a beautiful Sunday. Make sure to control what you can control, which is your mind, your thoughts, and your speech. Be kind to one another. Be kind to yourself. Most importantly, man, most importantly, say yes to you. Say yes to you, man. Take care of yourself. Be a little bit selfish today. Be a little bit selfish today. I'm sure somebody watching this is tired as a motherfucker and just wants to relax for 5 minutes. Do it. Take 15. Take 15. Tell every fucking body else, not now. Give me 15 minutes. And stick to that. Stick to that. Man, fuck them kids. They can give you 15 minutes. All right? Hey, I'm doing fantastic. Let's see what. You don't want to see my toes. They're not bad, but this isn't that channel. I know my regular ladies don't want to see, even though it's cute, the design I did was cute. I'm not just going to put my feet on camera. But anyway, I'm going to go now. Yes, so be a little bit selfish today. Love yourself, hug yourself, and drink something good today or eat something good. Like really good, like good for you. Something that's good for you. Yes, do that today. All right, you guys. Love one another, and I will chat with you later. Peace.